What up, Vapestas? Welcome to Indoor Smokers. So I got a good review Wednesday for you today, as we're going to take a look at the new Coolfire 4. You know what they say, where there's smoke there's fire, and where there's vape there's Coolfire. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you coming out of the vape like that at you. That was like Jack the Ripper coming out the fog on you. So we took a look at this when I first got them last week, kind of a sneak peek preview. Today, after using this for about a week and being freaking in love with the thing, I want to actually go through all of the specs and give you guys the details, and then of course vape the hell out of it. You can't start talking about the Coolfire 4 without talking about the design. I really feel like they've kind of perfected the form and function of the vape here. You've got everything you need in this to get an incredible vape up to 40 watts, but then the feel of it, how it performs, where the buttons are placed, where the curvature is, and where the flat part is, all just seems to be a natural fit. This is the old English teacher's ergonomically correct chair for vapors. I just love the way this thing feels in my hand. Of all the mods I've tried, this is the one that probably just pretty much disappears. It has such a natural feel within your grip. Besides that, it is incredibly smooth. Even though it looks like it has some sharp sides, if you actually look closely, you can see that all the edges have been sanded down. And of course, the look of the design itself, all the way down to the vent holes, everything. I just love it. And I'm glad they finally did an actual red instead of all those fluorescent pinks they were putting out for all the MVPs. And besides this awesome red, they do actually come in the blue, which is the one I'm gonna crack open today and show you guys what all comes with the pack. And then I have a silver and a black one that are gonna be available for a giveaway on my Twitter and Facebook account. So hang around for the end of this video and I'll give you more information about that. Put down the red one for a second. I'm excited about cracking this blue one out and taking a look at it. This has quickly become pretty much my standard mod that I've been using around the house. Anytime I don't think I'm going to be gone long enough that I'm going to need something as big as my MVP3 Pro, then it seems like the Coolfire 4 is the thing I'm using. Alright, as you can see, it's very simply packed. All you have on the top layer is the device, the charger, and then you've got your 510 Ego adapter up there so you can put your mini tanks and things like that on there. That's the way it's going to look with the adapter on it. Hell yeah, that looks pretty nice. I think I got myself a combo, an EVOD glass in red on this. And I believe this is a 1 amp micro USB charger, but you're going to want to make sure you just use the one that comes with it to be on the safe side. And underneath we've got the couple of stickers and the instruction book. Alright, just so you guys can take a look at these side by side. This does run from either 3 volts up to 7.5 volts in 0.1 volt increments, or you can run it from 6 watts up to 40 watts in 0.5 increments. The maximum output current is 12 amps and the minimum ohm resistance is 0.3. So this is actually going to vape great on all of the new sub tanks, the Delta 2s, the Ego 1s, but the new Atlantis 2 tanks and Atlantis 2 Megas do have a 0.2 ohm option, I believe, which this will not be able to read. But you have a 15-second cutoff, which is pretty long. Most of the standard mods is at 10 seconds. So for those of you truly seeking to hotbox the place you're at, 15 seconds ought to be enough time to blow some pretty big clouds. And then it is a 2000 milliamp hour battery, 2000 mAh. That is the one downside I would say of this. When you got this thing at 30 plus watts and you are vaping at full time, you're not going to make it through a whole day on this. George over at Innokin has mentioned to me that they're thinking of doing a removable 18650 version of this. That way you'd be able to switch out the batteries. Personally, I'd rather see them do a little bit of a larger built-in internal battery, but I don't know. Give me your guys' feedback and I'll let them know what you guys think about that. But right now, one of the things I do love about this is that it does have all the safety features. It has a built-in battery, so you don't have to worry about any of that kind of battery safety stuff or the high drain batteries, using the right type. I do think this is going to be something that will appeal to noobs and intermediate vapors alike, as well as a lot of the people who are into sub-ohm vaping right now. Alright, let's go ahead and look at some of the functionality of the screen. So as we go to turn the unit on, I will actually show you another one of my favorite features, is the fact that it actually has an on-off switch, just like a real appliance. So rather than doing the clicky 5 times on and off, which can be frustrating because you got to click it enough times in a short enough period, you know. But this one, you simply switch the button from off to on and your unit's going to come to life. Alright, right now it's telling me to check atomizer because I don't have a tank on here, but I do happen to have the new iSub glass tank, which is a 0.5 resistance, so that ought to vape great on here, filled with some of my black cherry berry. Alright, as we look at the screen, you will also notice that that is where your USB port is going to be at. So you can stand this upright while you charge it, which is nice. And then this also has pass-through functionality, which means that while you're charging it, you can keep vaping on it. So that does extend the battery life, in my opinion. When you first bring up the screen, it's in voltage mode. And it does have an automatic shut-off. It could be a little bit longer, in my opinion. But I'll show you guys how you can switch basically from voltage to wattage mode. So while you're pressing down the fire button, you press down the plus button at the same time, and then that is going to switch you over to wattage mode. You do the same thing with that and the minus, and that is going to switch you back into voltage mode. Now you're going to notice just by pressing the buttons you can't adjust it right off, which is good. You have to hold it for a couple of seconds, get it blinking, and then you can adjust. If you hold down the button, it will go into a fast scroll. And as you can see, it's going to wrap around as well. You've got your resistance and your voltage, as well as your battery power that you have left on there. Alright, I think the last thing I can show you guys on the screen is that if you press both of the buttons together quickly, you're going to get your hit counter. So I've done 17 on this. And if you hold your plus and minus long enough, it's going to switch to a left-handed view. Alright, I've got this set at 30 watts right now, which is going to vape this 0.47 resistance coil at 3.7 volts. I think I've run through all the specs on this. Now the exciting news is I actually can put a link under the video where you can go order one of these for yourself today. Yes, that's right. They are actually selling them now on a website. I have an iSub glass tank on here with the 0.5 resistance coil in it. It's reading it as 0.47, so pretty close. And I'm using a full airflow, so let's see what this thing can do at exactly 30 watts. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You could surf that cloud. God damn, man. Holy mackerel. Great smooth vape. I haven't found anything this thing doesn't just powerhouse. I love these iSub glass tanks as well. I believe you can also get these, or they may have them with the kits. Yeah, overall functionality, design, performance, and aesthetics. I gotta say, this for a 40 watt mod is probably my favorite on the market right now. Yeah, that'll put a smile on your face. Alright, Vapesters, thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to use the link underneath this video if you're in the market for a new toy. This Coolfire 4 just might be the next one on your list.
And don't forget to subscribe to Indoor Smokers. Come on, Will, what else have you got to do? Seriously.
Okay, I hear you. I haven't forgot. So the voices in my head are reminding me to tell you guys that we actually have a giveaway for a silver and a black Coolfire 4. So I'm going to put links, besides the link to where you can get this for yourself, I'm also going to put links to my Facebook and Twitter page. All you have to do is retweet the post to have a chance to win on Twitter, and then I believe you just have to comment and share the post on Facebook. So that's 2 chances for you to win a Coolfire 4. Alright, will you guys leave me alone now? Voices in your head, man, they get a bad rap. People are always saying, don't listen to the voices in your head. I'm like, what if the voices in my head are telling me not to kill everybody? Between the two of us, the voice in my head's actually the reasonable one.